President Trump has overall lost wealth and sacrificed in office more than he has gained or profited. And I intend to prove that without a shred of a doubt here. Now, firstly, his net worth has fluctuated significantly during his time in office, but overall, he has experienced loss more than gain. He experienced net loss during his first term, 2017 to 2021, and then a substantial gain during his second term, 2025 and onward. This is all based on Forbes estimates, which are the most consistent and detailed tracking available. Yet such gains do not outweigh his loss and sacrifice in office at large over the period of both of his terms, and all of said gains were due to entirely legal and perfectly okay things like business ventures and market shifts. No corruption nor grifting involved. President Trump has indeed sacrificed a great portion of his personal wealth and even very nearly his life on multiple occasions, and he does so because he loves the American people and his country. He proves daily that he wants to help the USA and the American people to look out for our best interests, not stealing from taxpayers and living lavishly like the Great Gatsby, while the average American starves or some similar lefty lunacy-filled fever dream. He's no profiteer off the presidency, and even data and stats back up such statements. He has poured tons of his own cash into America while staring down daily constant death threats to serve and help us. Okay, now his first term, Trump entered with a $3.1 billion net worth per Forbes January 2017, and he left with a $2.5 billion net worth, which then took a $600 million hit from COVID hotel slumps and global chaos per CNN September 2020 and Fox Business April 2021. And he self-funded $66 million of his 2016 run per Open Secrets 2016, and then he also self-funded from his personal pockets $140 million total across campaigns. In his second term, Trump started at $6.7 billion per WION January 2025, and then dipped to $6.2 billion by November amid market stirs. This is per Yahoo Finance, November 27, 2025. But that's policy focus, not grabs. President Trump would also be losing wealth in office this time around if it weren't for his legal business ventures. He tripled his personal wealth. That's just a lie. Forbes pegged Trump's net worth at $4.1 billion pre-inauguration January 2025, which is up to $7 billion by September 2025, which is a 70% rise, not triple. However, this is driven by True Social stock, which is up to 120% post-election, and licensing, not office perks, per Forbes September 9th, 2025, and Wikipedia health page November 2025. Blind trusts aren't mandatory. The U.S. Constitution and federal statutes like the Ethics in Government Act of 1978 require disclosure of assets via OGE Form 278E, but divestment or blind trusts are voluntary norms, not requirements, per OGE 2025 and CRS Report R45345. Every president since Carter has used them to avoid even the appearance of conflicts, but Trump's order follows the letter. He followed the letter. He stepped back from day-to-day Trump Organization management in January 2017 and again in 2025, where he placed assets in a revocable trust run by his sons, per Reuters January 10th, 2025, and also CNN January 10th, 2025. No illegal running of the business, and he's barred from operational decisions with limited financial info per the organization's ethics plan and per White House disclosures from February 2025. His wealth growth is not abuse. There is no evidence of him using his position for personal gain whatsoever. His foreign payments to properties dropped 60% in term 2 per Guardian June 17th, 2025, and OGE cleared. No emoluments clause violations, unlike unproven first-term lawsuits. How about the ballroom and plane? Well, GSA approved renovation, no FAR breach, private donors at 60%, and the Qatar 747-8 is a $400 million interim backup for the two VCs 24Bs per Air Force Times, August 2025. This is redundancy for 24/7 ops, not luxury. This is not corruption. It's just a president leveraging networks for American wins such as job investments and security. Dim probes fizzle because there's no there. This was per Political Leaks, October 2025. Forbes' Dan Alexander released a hit piece that cherry-picked crypto hype and licensing deals to claim that Trump's presidency juiced his net worth by $3 billion since 2024, landing Trump at $7.3 billion and 118 spots higher on their 400 list. But when you zoom out, you will realize that this is all the same tired distortion, ignoring the full picture. World Liberty Financial, or WLF, is his son's venture, not his. The family's cut was from sales to opaque buyers like Justin Sun, which were cleared by OGE ethics reviews with no quid pro quo, per Washington Post disclosures May 2025. I've heard people say that no U.S. president has profited like Trump has, especially not legally. That's not true. Tons of presidents profit legally. Unlike Trump, the Dems do it actual corruption and do it illegally. I mean, tell that to the Kennedys' hotel windfalls or the Clintons' speaking fees spiking to $140 million post-White House, per Forbes 2015. Unlike them, Trump's filings show zero new foreign emoluments tied to policy, per OGE October 2025. And his crypto gains down 20% since that Forbes hit piece was released by Dan, per CoinDesk November 2025. Trump then rolled back rigs for all Americans, not just his wallet, boosting blockchain jobs by 50,000, per BLS September 2025. He also paid off $140 million in Wall Street debt. Alright, now the left loves flipping the script, of course, and accusing Trump and Republicans of being the greedy 1% rich elite billionaires selling out the American workers for billionaire cronies. But the data points Democrats as the true party of such, ranking in mega donor cash while pushing policies that prioritize globalist agendas over everyday Americans. Now start with the wealth gap in their own ranks. Per Open Secret's June 2025 update on their congressional finances, Democrats hold 7 of the top 10 richest members of Congress, with Representative Nancy Pelosi clocking a net worth of over $120 million from savvy investments. Senator Mark Warner tops Democratic senators at $215 million in assets, per Business Insider's November 2025 breakdown, and Representative April McClain Delaney leads House Democrats at $153 million from family tech stakes. Quiver Quantitatives, which, by the way, I don't know what kind of name that is, their live tracker as of December 2025 shows a median Democratic lawmaker's net worth at $8.2 million, double that of Republicans' $4.1 million, which is fueled by Wall Street ties and insider trades that Ballotpedia's 2025 analysis flags as 65% more frequent amongst Dems, like Pelosi's suspiciously timed tech buys netting $20 million in 2024 alone. Now, this week's October 2025 report reveals older tech titans like George Soros' $1 billion plus to Dimpax, and Michael Bloomberg's $800 million in 2024 cycles dwarf GOP hauls, with Washington Post's November 2025 interactive donations from 150 families, $1.1 billion out of like $2 billion. This is per Americans for Tax Fairness. Now, Open Secret's 2025 donor list tops with LinkedIn's Reid Hoffman dumping $90 million into liberal committees, while Guardian's March 2025 piece notes Dems' reliance on nameless dark money groups. Democrats aren't just corrupt, they are the party of corruption, and I will make a whole other video and article on that proving so. For now, some examples: Tammany Hall bought votes with booze and jobs for like 100 years. FDR stacked the Supreme Court with cronies to rubber stamp his New Deal grabs. LBJ blackmailed congressmen into passing guns and butter pork. Nixon's Watergate looks cute next to Clinton's pardon for cash empire. Mark Rich's wife donated big and then walked free. Obama's IRS straight up targeted Tea Party groups, leaked donor lists to harass patriots, admitted it, fined. Nothing really happened that should have happened, like them being held accountable. Hunter's Burisma board's laptop full of deals with China, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, millions wired while Joe ran foreign policy, no taxes paid, DOJ ignored it. Pelosi flips Nvidia stock right after classified briefings spiked 63% returns. Nancy's net worth balloons like $300 million. Schumer pockets crypto donations and then kills mining bills. Menendez gold bars from Egypt in his freezer and probably like cash stuffed jackets, Wife's trial stalled forever. Letitia James sues Big Oil while taking solar lobby cash. Newsom's wife films Hollywood docs on climate, funded by green subsidies she votes for. Even AOC's Met Gala dress mocked capitalism while she votes for subsidies for billionaires. Trump's clean, man. He's donated all foreign profits back. No corruption. Even all of his profits earned from his position. He's gave back every cent. He hasn't earned a cent from merely his position. Anybody saying that his net worth declines were largely due to business-related factors and market conditions rather than being from direct personal sacrifices in like the traditional sense at large, they're just wrong. All right, they're merely spinning it to downplay President Trump's real hits as mere market ones. Such ignores audited drags that forced a $1.1 billion net loss in term one alone, business sabotage from like boycotts, endless probes, and global shutdowns that no president dodges. That turned his empire into a punching bag for service, essentially. Crypto Dinner was a May 22nd, 2025 private event at Trump's Virginia Golf Club for top holders of his $ Trump meme coin, where he invited about 200 investors to discuss U.S. crypto policy. This is per Axios, May 22nd, 2025. No taxpayer funds were used. Attendees covered their own costs, and it aligned with Trump's push to make America the crypto capital via executive orders easing regs, per PBS's NewsHour, November 20th, 2025. Ethics complaints from Dems like Representative Caston called for DOJ probes, but OGE cleared it as non-official, no gifts, no quid pro quo, just networking. And this is per Politico, May 28th, 2025. CREW flagged some invitees alt-right linked tokens based on a May 22nd report, but that's on them, not Trump. The dinner yielded $500 million in pledged U.S. blockchain investments per White House fact sheet, June 2025. On the blackmailing attorneys, no extortion, just voluntary pro bono deals. 9 big law firms, for example, like Kirkland and Ellis, agreed in April to May of 2025 to provide like $1 billion in free legal services to Trump's admin and allies in exchange for dropping threatened DEI audits and investigations. This was per Senate EPW probe May 14th, 2025, in the Hill op-ed April 18th, 2025. Firms called it good corporate citizenship, not coercion. Free speech for people demanded probes, June 24th, 2025, but DOJ found no criminality per ACS law, September 3rd, 2025. It's leverage, sure, but legal under lobbying rules. Biden's administration did similar with pharma firms for drug pricing per Political 2023. And like I said, I will get better. It's probably clear I'm still reading from a script I wrote. I mean, I'm trying. I'll get better over time naturally, probably, as this comes. Now, Trump released 10 years of tax returns back in 2022. Every page audited in public. He paid millions. The rest locked up tighter than Biden's classified docs because the IRS audits sitting presidents. No scandal, just politics. Trump's family sells hats, Bibles, watches like every politician since like Reagan's jelly beans. It's capitalism, not corruption. He launched $Trump in World Liberty Financial, which is pro-innovation, not insider trading. Like conflicts. His sons run a trust. Foreign profits go to the treasury like Biden never did. $Trump is a meme coin, thriving on hype and Trump's brand. It's not illegal. If transparent, community-driven, and not a pump and dump, it's just a risky yet legit crypto play. No hard proof of corruption without clear evidence of insider scams or illegal profiteering. Grifting implies $Trump is a scheme to hype and dump for quick profit, which isn't proven without evidence like insider selling or misleading marketing. If the coin's transparent, community-backed, and it is not manipulated by Trump or his team for personal gain, it's not grifting, it's just speculative. There's nothing wrong with being a businessman, salesman, entrepreneur, and running Bitcoin as well as being a U.S. president. Maybe you should repeat that to yourself. And don't get me wrong, Forbes is reliable and reputable. Every reliable source and news outlet can release hit pieces and misinformation or misleading things. And I will do a video on what media is reputable, because a lot of people don't know. And yes, that is Christina Grimmie behind me. It's signed. It's my favorite singer, next to like Juice WRLD. Her and Juice WRLD are probably my favorite. Well, given all this data and facts, I believe that I have now proven that he has given and lost more than he got overall in office, especially debunking all corruption means. And if you feel otherwise, I would like you to reach out to me and maybe debate or give your opinion, because I believe I've fully debunked this now. There's no corruption. Every time I've heard about corruption or an angle about grifting, it's just a lie and it's fake, and I explain it away like this every time. Pretty much everything the left ever says, I do that. All they do is lie. I shut down every time a lefty says anything, pretty much, and I will prove that here. So he even poured like $200 million plus of his own pocket money, and also from like donors like Coinbase and Apple, per CBS September 19, 2025, and the White House July 31st, 2025. Into upgrades like the ballroom and the Rose Garden and all this other stuff. He gave billions via his organizations to veterans, disasters, and small businesses. Real net sacrifice, not steal. He does not steal from taxpayers. He helps us more than ever. Rose Garden changes, $1.9 million stone revamp, 100% private trust for the National Garden funds, no taxpayer dime, per NPR, August 23rd, 2025. We conservatives move, not grift. Forbes admits even that their own math estimates with unclear bits, like the entity sale narrative over facts. This is success, not scandal. Your smear is debunked, coffin nailed. Believe otherwise, reach out. And until then, my next video will probably be on the Epstein angle. I want to really cover the Epstein and the SA angles next, and then I'll probably go into the fascism angle, because those are like some of the most important stuff probably in this whole political discussion. So